Guys, what's up? So I'm back with another tutorial, and here is my hair freshly co-washed, and I use my As I Am coconut co-wash. So now let's get right into it. You're going to need a Denman brush, your H2O of course. You're also going to need an oil of your choice, some moisturizer, your Eco Styler gel, scrunchie, bobby pins of course, and our trusty perm rods as always. So now I'm just going to create my part. I'm obviously creating a mid part, and then I'm going to continue that part along the sides because this is going to be the section that's going to serve as our headband. So I usually create my part stopping right above my ear or right next to my ear. So that's usually how far I like to go. You know, I really like the back of my hair to really stand out and just be really big and defined. So once I have that part going on, I'm just going to do the same exact thing to the other side, making sure that it matches. So basically you just want to double check and see that both sides are okay. So once you're, pretty comfortable and pretty confirmed with what you have, you're just going to secure that back section. So now just pinning away that section that we're not working on, we're just going to pin that to the back away from our face and just work on the section that is free. And of course you guys already know my everyday steps. I'm going to spritz my hair with water obviously, and you don't want to like drench it, you just want to lightly dampen it and then work that water in. So in order to lock in the moisture, I'm then going to apply some of that olive oil right on top of the water. And before I didn't really used to do this, so I feel like it works a lot better for my hair. And then I apply my moisturizer, which is obviously my olive oil smooth and hold pudding, which I love, and I'm going to work that all in. And then just to get any of the kinks or tangles that I may have, I'm just going to go ahead and use my Denman brush to really just help straighten that section and just have it completely detangled. So once I'm done doing that, this is completely optional. I usually put a little bit of that Eco Styler gel right along the edges, and this is just to help flatten down my edges because the headband is really going to be the focal point for this hairstyle. But this is completely optional. You don't have to do this. You don't have to use gel if you're not comfortable using gel. You can use edge control or pomade if that's what you prefer. And then you're just going to go ahead and start your flat twist. So I'm obviously still a little rusty. Like I said before, I'm really just started dabbling with flat twisting, so please bear with me. But all I'm doing here is I'm flat twisting, but I'm making sure to grab all the edges and tuck them in because you don't want any like fuzzies or any hairs out that may bother you in the end. So I'm just gonna flat twist that whole entire section. And of course you guys already know that I always have to add a little bit more product towards my ends before I apply my perm rod. And as you guys can see me doing here, I'm just going to grab my perm rod and I'm going to completely curl that whole entire twist. So once you've completely twisted up that whole entire section, you're just going to secure it in place. And that's pretty much it for our first side. So this is what you're going to end up with, and this is exactly what you're going to repeat to the second section. So once you're done with both of your flat twists, you're now going to undo that back section, and what we're going to do is you're basically going to continue the part. So I'm going to continue that mid part and divide it into two sections. So now I have 2 halves to work with. And what I'm going to do once I'm satisfied with my part is that I'm going to secure that section that I'm not working with. And now the other section, what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide that into 2 more sections. So you're just dividing that one section into 2 smaller sections for you to work with. And this is basically going to help create our style, because all I'm doing is I'm going to be doing 4 braids in that whole entire section. So the same exact procedures that you did with the flat twist, that's exactly what you're going to do to the back section. Only thing is that they're going to be braids, obviously. So I'm just going to spritz my hair with my H2O, apply my oil and my moisturizer, and then I'm going to braid that whole entire section into 4 braids and secure all the ends with perm rods. Ooh. So once you're completely done, this is what you're going to end up with. So basically I have 2 flat twists going along the front of my hair, and I have my 4 braids going along the back, and I made sure to braid them like super tight in order to get the most definition. And all I'm doing here is I'm grabbing a little bit of that Eco Styler gel and I'm applying it right on top of the flat twist, because I want that section to be completely laid and to lay flat once I undo the braids, because like I said, this is going to be the focal point and this is what's going to stand out. So just grabbing my trusty satin scarf, because you guys know that I cannot live without my satin scarf. This is what helps with all of my hairstyles. I'm just tying that and securing that mainly along the front so that it just lays right on top of the flat twist, and I can lay all my edges down. And basically once I've done that, I just let it set. So 24 hours later and a new satin scarf has arrived. Yes, that blue satin scarf was not working for me that night, so I had to switch it. But basically you guys can see that my hair has set, and since my hair was like co-washed, I needed like a full day in order for it to fully dry. So all you're going to do is you're going to carefully remove all of your perm rods before you start styling. So what you're going to do is you're going to undo the twists, but you're not going to undo them completely. You're going to stop right above your ear. And once you've stopped right above your ear, what you're going to do next is that you're going to grab those 2 sections and you're basically going to secure it underneath the braids. So you want to make sure that they're tucked underneath the braids, and grabbing a scrunchie, you're going to secure them in place. And I suggest doing this before you let down your braids or your twists, because what this does is that it helps just secure that one section, because you don't want to do it when all your hair is out and then, you know, it gets tangled within the scrunchie, because that can be like really annoying. So my hands are coated with some olive oil, and all I'm doing here is just undoing all of my braids. So once you're completely done undoing your braids and fluffing it to your liking, and it took a lot of fluffing for me to even get it this big, this is basically what you're gonna have left. You're gonna have super defined curls and a super defined style. Your edges are gonna be extremely laid, and I absolutely love this hairstyle. Please let me know in the comments down below, how do you like the results, how do you like the hairstyle, and if you're gonna be trying it out soon. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video as much as I did making it, and we'll be watching again soon. Bye.